Well, thank y'all for coming back. It is yours truly, Shay. I am here with the one and only Mr. John Martin Sr. Sir, how are you doing today?
Hey, salute. I'm doing excellent. I feel good.
Good. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I'm so blessed.
I'm
And
happy to be here.
well, thank you so much. Since how I got to tell everybody, me and John, we go way, way back like Cadillacs. Okay, I know that's old to say, but we do have a history from the DMI, and that's Des Moines, Iowa.
Boom.
And so I wanna start out by just letting you just tell the people a little bit about yourself, about your family life, or just a little bit about you and who John Martin is.
Okay. I'm not really good at talking about myself, but I will say that I'm a father. I've been born and raised in Des Moines. I've traveled a lot. I've seen a lot. Um, I'm a father of two. I have a daughter. I got to give her a shout out right now. Janaya Jewel is graduating this year, so I'm done after.
Right. Congrats, Janaya.
After this, so I'm gonna throw a party. She's like, "Dad, I don't want to throw the party." I said, "But I'm throwing a party."
Right, that part.
It's been a long time frame, but my son, he's 24. He's doing this thing. He's a barber. He's doing excellent, and yeah. So that's the story of my life is my kids and my mom still living in the same house 56 years here in Des Moines, same house. So
Right.
just everything's smooth. So
Well, and it's definitely going real smooth for you at all your businesses. But let me ask real quick while we on the children, and they ain't really children no more, right? They adults.
yes, ma'am.
But yes, congratulations on them because I know you know me. I'm a mom of five, so it is a that's a task, that's a job within itself is raising them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever are they a part of the businesses? Did they ever want to be a part of? Tell me a little bit about that before we dive into your businesses.
Well, my son, he used to help out a lot tremendously when I was promoting, doing comedy shows and stuff like that. He would be passing out flyers with me, and he'd be right there in the mix. He was also an actor in a play that I co-wrote, and he's real active. They're real supportive at home. Really supportive at home. My daughter, she's more like, well, she actually just designed a bag, so that was a big hit. She's interested in that, but 9 times out of 10, she just wants a cash app. She just wants money. She don't.
She was the bag. That's all.
Yeah, she's with her friends 90% of the time and doing her school thing, and so hopefully she does grab some interest. She did say that she want. Oh, she did say that she wanted to help with the rental cars. So I was like,
Okay.
okay, cool. So the other day when it came down to when it came down to wash one, she was like, "You want me to wash?" I said, "Yeah, you gotta help out." She's like, "Oh no, I'm cool."
Um, she's like, nope. I'm gonna get my nails
Yeah,
dirty. It's just
right. So I'm like, dang, okay. So
well,
we'll see what the future has.
right, right. You might want to get some backup though. It sounded like you might need some
Sure.
backup workers.
For sure.
Okay, great. So the kids are helping a little bit. Okay, they got their
A
hands
little
in,
bit.
but they take them out.
Yeah.
I want to talk about all your businesses. I know that you got Sebastian Cho. You have you're an author, best-selling author. So let's dive into the book first. Tell me a little bit about the book and why you wrote it.
Okay. Well, I actually have a whole series of books. I got 6 out that are in Barnes and Noble right now. What I have is I started with a children's book. Um,
Okay.
and the children's book was just basically about a young African American boy that was struggling in school because he just didn't like the curriculum wasn't just for him. You know what I mean? So I wanted that to relate to a lot of kids nowadays. He has a low self-esteem. He was coming from a single parent household. His mom was still living in her second childhood, basically partying all the time, and so he basically had to find his own way and grow up quick. And like I said, he had a low self-esteem, and one day he found a ring on the ground and he put it on, and it gave him superpowers. So
Oh,
so the superpowers that it gave him was like raising his hand in class, asking for help, standing up to bullies, just really thinking on his own, making sure that he knew how to cook at night, while his mom was out partying, stuff like that. That a lot of kids are going through. And then at the end, he loses the ring, and he realizes that it's not on him, it's in him. So
Oh, yeah.
so that was my first book. Then I moved on to 8 Conversations to Have. That's a whole series. It's a four book series. The 8 Conversations to Have is basically a single dad's perspective of relationships, communications. So 8 Conversations to Have. Part one was with your 8 Conversations to Have with your son, and then I had 8 Conversations to Have with your daughter, 8 Conversations to Have with yourself, and then 8 Conversations to Have with your co-parent. Because a lot of times we treat our coworkers better than the person that we created life with. That's
Yeah.
easy to be. So I wanted to give a dad's perspective. I wanted to hit on different mistakes I've made parenting along the way, and some successes I've had. So it wasn't like a story about me. It's a story about certain situations that can help, with the, just to articulate to kids and have them understand certain topics.
Awesome. And so there was 4 and 8 Conversations to Have. That's the 4 series. And the first book, what was the first book called?
It's called the I got it right here. Matter of fact, just 1 second.
Okay.
Because I always it's been so long. I always stumble over the word, the actual topic,
Oh,
the title. But it's The Magical Human Super Duper Powers of Rodney the Ordinary Kid.
oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's
And
what's up.
that's him. That's his ring that he finds, and it's just basically teaching kids that they have superpowers within them, and it's not on them. It's not about your clothes. It's about what's in here.
You just threw the book.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, there it is. All right. Okay,
It landed
great.
perfectly where it was, though. It like I got skills, man. Come on.
Right. You're like, I was a basketball player in my other life. No.
Exactly.
Okay, let me focus. Okay. So no, that's great. So what made you, because as you know, or you might not know, I don't know, I'm trying to tell everybody, I'm writing a series too, not a series, a trilogy. So I'm writing 3 books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you know, because I my past is, I ain't gonna tell too much because it's gonna be in the books y'all gotta purchase. But my past was very colorful, and I didn't really even take the time to even realize that I could write until I got like older, until I got this age, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually can write. So
Yeah.
when did you realize that you could write and that this was something that you wanted to do?
I've actually always been a writer. I knew that I was going to write a book at some point in my life, or write for a magazine or something, but I
Okay.
just didn't know when. Like I was writing like whole football games in like second and third
Oh,
grade.
really?
Yeah, like I'm a commentator, and I would write the whole story with the commercials and everything. So I've always been a writer, and I've kind of been a loner too. So all throughout school, like I had a stuttering problem, so I really didn't talk as much as I wanted to. So I would express myself on the back end in private as I wrote.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I was in Dallas Airport. I just told the story the other day on another podcast, but I was in the airport flying home, and I had a water, and I grabbed Damon John's book, Power of Broke. I actually stole the book. I didn't mean to steal the book, but I stole
See,
the book. I realized that I had to, I bought the water, and then I'm walking out, and then by the time I realized I stole the book, I was sitting on the plane. I was like, "Oh man, I stole this book!" So I had to actually, so at that point, I had to read the book, obviously, right? And so, and so I dove in, but honestly, the way Damon John, the way that he was talking to me, it was like we were just having a conversation.
right.
So I knew then that my writing style was the same way. So I was like, man, I could do this because that's how I write. I write like we're in a conversation. Like I'm not talking above anybody. I'm not talking
Right.
below. I'm just talking to you, and it's kind of like a rhythm. And that when I was sitting there writing, I was like, man, let me just go ahead and push play on this, and that inspired me to write, and I've been writing ever since. And then when you put your book series together, when you get that first review, it's going to change your life. It's not going to change your life until you get that first review. When you read that review, you're going to be like, wow, like this is crazy.
Like it's
So
really happening.
yeah. So that'll give you some momentum too to just keep doing it. So that explains why I went on and did a series, and then I got I got another series called 40 Jewels that's dropped part 1 and part 2. So yeah, it's definitely a therapeutic. It's definitely fun, and I just enjoy the process.
That's awesome. So we're going to completely skip over the part that you admitted to going through the TSA with stolen property.
No,
We're
it
going
wasn't the TSA.
to.
No, look. I was on the other end. I was already checked in and everything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's one of those shops that
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I was at, and I'm surprised nobody came in and
I'm
try to
just
get the
playing.
fuck out.
I know. You know, I'm just playing with you.
One day I'm gonna pay it back. All right.
I know, right? No, that's awesome. So, okay, so that's great, and that actually gives me a lot of inspiration, John. Seriously, because,
Really?
like I said, I know I can write, but it's still, I'm still a little nervous, still a little worried about the reviews and what the people gonna say, right? And so, so that definitely gives me inspiration to keep going and doing what I'm doing as well.
For sure.
Okay, so Team Strong. I remember Team Strong back in the day, and I remember you do start out. Do you remember at one of the? I think it might have been one of your first plays. And you know me, why I showed up, I'm like, "Where's the VIP section at, John?" And you was like, "What VIP section?" I was like, "I don't know, just too much." How did that start? And how did Team Strong start?
All right, so Team Strong actually started right because my son, I think he was like in 5th grade. I can't remember right now. It's 4th or 5th grade, but anyway, I started really paying attention to the curriculum at school and how he wasn't coming home with no homework or anything. I'm like, man, how is this even? So I started really tapping in and paying attention, and I realized that the Moines Public Schools was needing help. So what I did was I started throwing events because I wanted to incorporate entertainment along with education. So I started throwing comedy shows, but I would take proceeds from the comedy shows and donate to Des Moines Public Schools. And talk, and I sat down with several principals to see what areas we could help financially. And
Oh,
so
wow.
so we started doing that. But when people would come out to the comedy shows, we would educate them on how Des Moines Public Schools was no longer number one, no longer in the top 3 of the nation. We were failing, having all kinds of difficulties. So I took that opportunity to just spread awareness of what's going on with our educational system here locally. So that was the first step, and then I started throwing parties, and I mean, it just really took off, writing plays and all kinds of things. But in 2016, there was an incident at one of my parties that deterred me from continuing on that scene. And what we did, we ended up changing into a full-fledged marketing company instead of just throwing events and stuff like that. So at that point in 2016, we started producing websites, producing apps, producing all kinds of social media management for local businesses, small to large businesses. Then we spread all over the country. We have clients all over the country right now that we take care of all their social media. We take care of, we do consulting. We do all kinds of different things to just help people build their businesses and their brands and spread the awareness.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was looking on the site and I was like, okay, he can help me with my website, low key.
Oh,
So,
yeah, for sure. Anything.
Yeah, I seen that. So, but I also seen on there, you don't have a very big team, or at least everybody ain't on the website. Do you have a large team of staff that helps you with all this?
I do a lot of contract work.
Okay.
I hire contractors. Signature Productions is one of the videographers that we use quite a bit locally. The president of my company, her name is Jessica Trinidad. She is definitely. I mean, we're a small team. We're a small team, but we have resources. We know where to go, who to contact, and who to hire when we need them. So we're definitely a small company, but we hit hard. We're mighty.
That's
We're
exactly
big.
what I'm about to say. Small but mighty, honey. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So then, okay, so then let's talk about Sebastian Cho, and I'm gonna buy me a bag today too. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm buying me a bag today.
Oh, they're on sale today. They're on sale.
Oh,
I didn't know you was gonna buy one. I'm doing bags for $100 today.
Oh, I'll buy one right now. Seriously,
Yeah. So
yes,
lucky you. Yes, that's what's up.
yes,
Yeah,
I definitely will.
Yeah.
So talk to me about where the idea came, to where you want to switch. I don't want to say like genres, but you just want to switch into fashion design. What came about that?
A lot of things. So I've been selling products for years, right?
Okay.
Since the '90s. I've been going back and forth to New York, selling wholesale, going to the fashion district and buying all kinds of different things. I mean, there was a time period where I would be at New York, in New York 2 to 3 times a week,
Oh,
back and
wow.
forth. I lived like that for quite a few years. So what I noticed was sunglasses are like these sunglasses, and I got plenty of different styles, but sunglasses are like everybody loves sunglasses,
Yeah.
And the thing about sunglasses is they're an accessory that just adds a little more oomph to whatever you have on. It elevates your vibe. So
You could
I
be in pajamas with sunglasses on, be looking good. I've done it. I hate to say.
For sure. So I love sunglasses. I know tons of people that do love sunglasses. So how I start businesses is, first off, I have to like what I'm doing. That's the first thing. It doesn't have to be a lot of money involved, but I do like, if I'm gonna spend my time doing it, I want to like doing whatever I'm doing.
Right.
So that's one thing. And then the other thing was, I have a clientele base that have been buying sunglasses off me for years. So I wanted to keep that going, and I wanted to provide them a grade above what I was given, like really high quality, engineered, structured glasses. Right. I wanted to produce something on another scale instead of all the stuff I was selling out of New York, which I'm not knocking that stuff. There's a market for that, but I wanted my own brand. I want to come out with my own stuff. The other thing is with bags, I love bags. Like, I've always liked bags. I remember my pops, he used to carry a bag, he used to call them hustle bags back in the day. And the bags, I didn't know it was going to be the hottest trend of 2024 for men. I didn't know that.
Okay. Is that what it is then?
That's what it is.
That's what's up.
I didn't know. I started this back in December. So, but yeah, I love bags. I like accessories. I like usually with clothes, like you could catch me in anything. I'm a go-getter, so I don't really pay attention to what I throw on. Like, I'm on the move. So
right, me too.
My accessories game got to be up to point,
right.
Up to par. My sunglasses, my bag. It's very important what we're carrying, because it adds organization to my life. Like, before I started carrying a bag, I mean, and women been carrying a bag for years, but before I started carrying a bag, like, there'd be 3 or 4 times I'd have to go back inside to grab my keys or grab my glasses, grab my AirPods, grab my essentials that I need. And now I figured it out. I'm like, yo, I could just put everything in this bag.
Right.
Nothing. Like, it just adds so much value, and it helps people move better. Like, if you're busy, you got to have stuff that helps with that process. So
exactly.
So I came out with the line. I don't really deal with clothes at all. Like I said, I mean, I'm throwing $2 shirt. I'm really not that guy anymore. But
right.
when it comes to my products, I definitely want to keep them up to par.
So yeah, and that's awesome. And so what's the bag that you got right now? I think you can put it over your shoulder. What is it called? I don't know the name.
Okay, so I call it a chest bag. I got one right here. This one.
Okay, yeah.
This one's all gold, right?
Yeah, that's hot.
Gold with a black strap.
Is that one for $100, John? Because I'll take that one right now. I can cash app you. That one's not 100, is it?
Yeah. This is up for grabs too. So
that's the one I want. I want that one.
So you ain't want to see nothing else, huh?
I want to go. No, for real. If you got more right there, let me see them.
I got a couple more. I got this one.
Okay, let me see.
I just basically this is what I call the gold.
It's all gold.
So the difference is, this is actually gold dye. This is the leather, which is the original color of the leather, which is like a yellowish gold. So I call that gold too. but it's all one color all the way around.
Yeah, that's nice.
So either one, but this one got the black strap with the gold. So
Yeah, I
what I
think I
do?
might do the black strap with the gold. Look,
Okay,
I'm shopping on my show.
I got you. No,
Yeah.
I got you.
But
Yeah, that's yours. So
but wait a minute, let me talk to you about. So I know that it's gender. What is it? Gender
it's gender
neutral. You
neutral.
said. Let's
Yeah.
talk
So
about that. What
yeah, definitely.
does that
So
mean?
first of all, it's 2024. I don't want to get into who's who and who's what. You know what I mean? I mean it's
That
2024.
part.
So hey, it's for everybody. It's for everybody, whatever you like. And then like these glasses right here,
Hmm.
um, I got the pyramid on them right
Oh
there.
look,
You know,
I,
so
oh that's
glasses.
super hot.
So these right here, I've had probably about maybe 4 or 5 women buy these in the last week.
Oh
But
wow, really?
but these are a big hit with the fellas too. So a lot of my products, and I noticed that a lot of women wear um what some people would call like masculine glasses and stuff like that. Like for example, I got another pair here. 1 second. Like these right here. These
Oh,
are a big hit with the ladies. I mean,
I
but
would rock them. I'd rock
yeah,
them all
yeah,
day.
yeah, it got the gold piping, then it got, what I mean? But a lot of fellas like them too. So I didn't want to get in the middle of what's what. And then with bags, there's just as many women buying these bags as men. So I didn't want
Yeah.
to discriminate. I don't want to separate anything. If gender neutral is where it's at, gender neutral is where it's at. Like these right here, I don't see a lot of guys wearing these, but
Oh,
I have sold some to some
oh
guys.
yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah,
Is it?
so
I can't tell for the camera. Are they like flowered or what? What's the print that's on them?
it's just a little itty bitty design.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
Oh yeah, I
tortoise
see
ruffle,
it. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So stuff like
Them is
that.
nice too. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so that's been so everything's been selling good. How long has Sebastian Cho been out?
Since November.
Okay, all right. So you doing well. Who's Sebastian Cho? Is that just a name or who's that?
That's just a name. All right. So look, so Sebastian Cho, I've been playing with the name for years. So Cho back in the day that meant money.
Yes, it did.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, hey, what's up with my Cho?
Yeah, I know.
But it also means second wind. It also means like new rebirth, new beginnings.
Okay.
And then the word Sebastian, I just like how it flows. You can't really tell an origin from it. You can't really put a culture on it or anything. It's just it's kind of like a mysterious name. So it's actually my name for my fiction novels that I'm coming out with
Oh,
eventually.
okay. All
So
right.
so I like
It's
the name. I like how it flows, and that's just how it came about.
and it sounds super high class. It does.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so now let's switch gears a little bit about just kind of your business savvy. I want to start out with because I know you're into a lot of different business ventures and different businesses.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean, every business. I don't know. I know. I think in your bio that's on my site, you had said that someone had told you that everything you touch turns to gold. And I hate to say, but a few people have said that to me too. I'm just saying, so we might be in alignment a little bit with that. But I mean, there are failures. What's your greatest failure in business, or have you had one?
I've had lessons. I've never failed though.
Okay,
So
come
I've had
on now. Never failed. Let's go.
I've
That's a
had lessons.
blessing.
I've had some serious lessons that some people would consider failures.
So,
but,
do you
but I'm
care?
not.
Do tell? Do you care to
Oh,
tell us about one?
like yeah, for sure. Like one failure was moving too fast with the comedy for this smaller
Oh,
shit.
okay. Okay.
Like after my first show sold out, like my very first show, I was $5,000 in the hole. I'm I'm on go. It sold out. I got my money back. Everybody was happy. I'm like, oh, let's press play. Let's go. It's
Right.
time. But I think I was moving too fast for the city. So the next one I threw, it was like a month later. Like I
Oh, they're just too
just
fast, way
threw
too
it out. Yeah,
fast.
yeah. So a lot of times you just gotta pace yourself. You gotta pace yourself and pay attention to the market that you're in.
Yeah.
Like with my rental cars right now, um, I got I got 5 rental cars right now. I was up to 8, but now I only have 5 because a couple got totaled. But anyway, so in this market, it doesn't make sense to have a whole bunch of luxury vehicles on your platform. It makes more sense to have like the Honda Civics, the
Right.
Kia
Yep.
Fortes, the smaller cars,
Yep.
the everyday, and so paying attention to your market is very important. My next show, like I said, the next show that I did really good by selling out the VIP, but the VIP was along the back. It was up higher along the back.
Okay.
And so as the show started to fill up, nobody wanted to sit in them front rows, right? Now with comedy, you gotta
Oh
have
yeah.
you gotta have the front row set up because the comedians get energy from the crowd. So the VIP section was sold out. I had about 150 people in VIP all the way around, but it was darker up there. You can't really see
Oh
everybody that was up
yeah.
there. And the only thing that the comedians could see was who was right in front of them, right? And there was a handful of people in the front seat. So Little Rail was one of the comedians I brought.
Oh
And
really?
and he bombed that show. He
Oh
bombed.
really? Oh.
And now hindsight's 2020, right? So now as I look back, I realized he probably bombed because he wasn't getting that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's a funny individual.
He is. He is. He's real good.
Yeah. So little things like that, just don't count your money before it's in your hand, type of thing.
Come
That's
on
another
now.
lesson. You know what I mean? And just basically understanding that if you give a quality product, if you take care of the people, they're gonna take care of you.
They're gonna take care of you. Exactly. Exactly.
Don't focus on the money so much. Focus on creating a good product, creating your brand,
Yeah.
making sure that the money's gonna come eventually. But in this game, you're always gonna be investing money back and forth. So
Yep.
you don't have to accumulate a lot of money and then get started. Like just start where you're at. Just start where you're at, and eventually it's gonna take care of you. But stay focused too, though, because people give up too soon.
You know what? And I think that's what I've done. I've done a lot of different little business ventures and things. And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of like you, where everything starts out real good and everyone's like, oh, you do great. And then it could be my ADHD too. He ain't coming quick enough, and then I'll let go, and then I'll just try to do something else instead of sticking with it and sticking it out.
Yeah, that's been my problem too in the past too, is that just like you said, if it ain't coming as fast as you want it to, but then you got to realize, you got to analyze the product because I come from the background of fast money transactions.
Right. Me too.
And so and then you try to go work for hourly transactions money. You know what I mean? That's hard.
Yeah. Hard. 2 weeks for a check is too much.
2 weeks for a check. What? Like, that's hard, but every stage, you just gotta adapt. You gotta adapt and allow yourself time to grow with each stage.
And it's patience, right? Like it's patience. It's you gotta have patience. And I think now we're living in an era where everything is immediate, instant gratification, and so it's changing everybody's mindset. Our kids, and we can go down a rabbit hole talking about that. But I mean, it really is. Everything's so instant, and so everybody wants it quick, fast, go viral, or get your money right now. And it's really it's really about that longevity in it. So we're all living and learning right each day.
But there was one thing that somebody said to me the other day. They said that men don't learn unless there's pain involved, right?
Ooh, that's good.
It made a lot of sense to me. I never really looked at it like that, but it made sense to me, right? So I'm thinking that a lot of times I have to fail, quote unquote, fail, in order to be like, okay, boom. Because if everything's running smooth, man, I kind of get complacent. I kind of relax a little bit, ease up off the gas. You know what I'm saying? And then when things finally get depleted because of me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then, I'm like, oh snap! I gotta
get back into gear.
So I kind of like failing sometimes, and that way, it keeps me in that hunger mode.
Definitely. Well, and it's about anything with life. You know, you got to have those challenges. Like you said, if everything was peachy, you wouldn't care. You'd be stagnant and just, sitting back and laying back. But I think a challenge is, at least for me, I need a challenge. I get tired. I get bored real quick.
I get bored quick.
I get bored real quick.
I get bored so quick. I was writing a book. Then I said, you know what? I don't even want to write this book.
I'm dead.
That was just the other day. Like, seriously, I get bored. Like,
yeah. Well, that's what's up. Well, we are already at our time, which we've had a great conversation. But I want to ask you one final question, which is probably what everybody wants to know. What's next, John? What's next? What you got going on?
What's next? I'm just focused on my daughter graduating. I want to take her to Thailand this year.
Oh wow, that'd be amazing.
Do that, but I have some belts coming. I'm making some leather belts now. So that's coming. So look forward to seeing more accessories, more designs of glasses, bags, just mixing it up that way. I want to do some more events, but not like parties and stuff like that. I want to do more events like for like seminars and workshops and stuff of that nature, men's workshops and stuff like that. I want to cater to the men because there's not a lot of stuff out here for like women. Y'all got it on lock. Y'all got everything.
Yeah, I know we do.
Yeah. Y'all got everything, which is good. No knocking that. I love that actually, but it's time for us men to do the same thing. Like we need the men's conventions and all that. Now I've been doing men's breakfast for a long time, but I want to do something on a bigger scale. So look forward to that at some point in 2024.
Awesome. Well, you're doing amazing things out in your community. I see your name everywhere. So kudos to you. Keep doing what you're doing, John.
Okay, I certainly will. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm so happy you're here. Yes, I'm happy we could catch up too as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's it, y'all. This is John Martin. I am Shay. We are here on HPPTreasure Talk. Come back for another episode next week, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Salute.